Hello, we're back. I'm Gretchen DeVries with God in the Family, and I hope you enjoyed us for the last episode and you got to meet two of our other daughters. We're doing this in birth order. We have two sons at the top. If you don't know us, we have 12 children. We have two sons, and then we have 6 daughters in a row. And then we have 2 sons and then 2 little, I say little daughters. They're now 10 and 9, so they are the youngest. But we decided to do something fun for Christmas and have all the daughters on and base it around the kitchen, because we do a lot of fun things in the kitchen. Besides cook, we dance in the kitchen. We sing in the kitchen. I'm always, when we're cleaning up, I'm always like, okay, girls, let's work on a song. And we start singing and have different parts, or we did when they were home. We still have some girls at home, but when they were all at home, we were always singing in the kitchen, cleaning, singing, dancing, laughing, cooking, doing all kinds of things in the kitchen. And you know how you have some that are just more given to cooking and some that are more given to cleaning, some that are given to helping with the children. And so we have multi-talented, multifaceted daughters. And so today we've got, I'm going to start on this side this time. This is Micah Smith. So you notice she's married as well, and Leah Thomas. So they're both married. And, you know, we talked about a few episodes ago about being fruitful and multiplying. Well, these girls are doing their part in helping multiply our family. And so I'm going to let them tell a little bit about themselves. So Micah, if you'll go first and just tell us about yourself.
Yes, I'm Micah Smith. I'm married to Cody Smith. We've been married for now a little over 3 years, and we have 2 beautiful daughters, River and Ivy. River is 2 years old, and Ivy is 1 month old, a little bit
she's
over
a
a
new
month.
mama
So
again.
yes. My husband and I own a business. He builds. I don't build anything. We own it together because we're one.
Memories, that's it.
But he builds custom cabinets and furniture. Pretty much, you give him a piece of wood and he can make anything out of it. He's just an artist.
So talented.
And so that is called Timbersmith Co. And that's that's the business we own. But we're also youth pastors at the Well, Scottsboro, as well as on staff with the School of Ministry at the church. So we help with their just day in and day out, their scheduling and different trips, missions trips, and just kind of coordinating all of that. We work with my dad close alongside him with that. So that's kind of our everyday in and out, what we do. We own a business, in ministry, doing all the things, and raising a family. So.
And Mike is also a part of the worship team. Right now with the new baby, she is out of that for a little while. So again, you can see that all of our daughters wear a lot of hats. And we were meeting last week with Abby and Salome and hearing about all the different hats that you all wear. You're all busy. You're all doing good things, great things in the kingdom of God and with your families. And so, Mike and Cody are an awesome couple. We call them the dynamic duo. And so she's like, oh, I didn't know that. But anyway, so, we are blessed with some amazing in-loves. So now, Leah, tell me a little bit about you, or tell the people a little bit about yourself.
My name is Leah Thomas, and I just recently was married to Jonathan Thomas. We've been married just under a year, and we are expecting our first in February. It'll be a little girl. Her name will be Ruth Elaine. So we're very excited and getting prepared for that. Lots going into that, lots of changes. It's been interesting but fun. I work here at the church at the Well. I do childcare during the week for the staff children, and then also help with other events and hospitality things at the church. My husband does all of the media and video here at the church, all the live streaming, things like that. So
all the graphics,
all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So again, they're busy as well,
yes.
and plugged into what God is doing in the kingdom of God and here at the Well. So we're excited about that as Greg and I are pastors here at the Well. So we love being able to work alongside with our family. It's great to have them in ministry with us. And so we're going to switch gears for a minute. We're going to talk about this awesome looking plate of food right here. This is what we call pigs in a blanket. I don't know, you may do them a little bit different, or you may call them something different, but we use like the little smokies. You can use the beef smokies, or you can just use the regular little smokies, and we use crescent rolls and just cut them up and wrap them up. We like to mix the mustard and ketchup together. Leah made this, I think, because this is probably one of her favorite appetizers, or we call them hors d'oeuvres. So tell us a little bit about hors d'oeuvres in our family and Christmas.
So one of my favorite traditions is every Christmas Eve, as a family, we go to a Christmas Eve service at the church, and then we come home and we do hors d'oeuvres. So for as long as I remember, Christmas Eve has always been appetizers, finger foods, things like this. And this dish especially sticks out because it was always something that we could help with. Even from really young, it was something, we could wrap up the crescent rolls and do that and help my mom in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So it was always a good memory for me from really, really young, helping her with this dish.
And everybody loves them. You have to you think you've made a lot, but then you turn around and like the plate's gone. Is there any more? So people just keep eating them because they're kind of the bite-sized thing. So they're real easy. That'd be something fun that you could do, with your children. Leah was always in the kitchen with me. Leah was one of those cooks, and she was always cooking in the kitchen and in there doing things. And she's turned into quite the baker as well. She bakes amazing cakes. She's done wedding cakes almost for all of the children's weddings, or at least all the girls' weddings, except herself. She said, "I'm not going to make my own wedding cake," and she didn't. She stuck to her guns on that, but she is an amazing baker. But yeah, I love that too. That on Christmas Eve when we get together and we have our church service, and then we come home and we have hors d'oeuvres. We just have a spread out there. But I'll never forget that one Christmas Eve, we decided to have our service at home. I think we might have been in between, ministry jobs or something like that. And we came home, and I bought some little candles, and we all had our own candle. And do y'all remember that? We have a picture of it. Yeah. And we all were on our knees, and we sang some carols, and we lit our candles, and we just thanked the Lord for who he was and for what he did. That was a really special night. I'll never forget that year. And I believe that was a real trying year too for our family, and just the shifts and changes. We were in transition and change, and sometimes you go through those hard times as a family, but when you do it together and you rely on God and you bring God into the picture, he always brings you through no matter what you're going through, right? Even if it's hard times. And so Micah, tell us, what else do we do on Christmas Eve? It's kind of changed over the years, so now that everybody's married.
So when we were younger, Christmas Eve was always, like we said, we would go to the service and come back home, and one of our traditions was that we all got to open one gift on Christmas Eve.
Usually pajamas.
Yes. So we'd open a gift on Christmas Eve. My mom always had that one kind of marked to the side. We didn't get to pick which gift, the one we'd been shaking.
They would pick the biggest one that they've been
We'd
looking
always
at.
Open one gift per child, and then usually we'd have a family gift that we'd open on Christmas Eve too, which would be like a board game, or like one year we got a Wii for Christmas, which was a big
that was a big deal.
And so something that we all got to do together. But so we'd all open one gift, but over the years that's kind of evolved as we've been getting married and adding new people to the family. Rather than buying a gift for every single one of our 28 siblings, now that we have in-laws and all that fun stuff, we do a sibling name draw. So about a month ago or a few weeks ago, whatever it was, before Thanksgiving sometime, my mom will put everyone's names in a bowl, and she'll text us, "Hey, you got this sibling's name." And then we've got cousins now. So for my family, we'll be buying 2 adult gifts and a child gift, since the newborn doesn't count yet. So we'll buy for one of the cousins, and so we get to exchange gifts on that Christmas Eve. That's usually our night to all be together with all the siblings and everyone, and we'll exchange our gifts with one another and get to still open that one gift on Christmas Eve.
Right. And Christmas Day looks a lot different now, I think, since everyone's married, because there's times they go, they'll go and be with the other side of the family, which we want them to do that. And so I kind of just set out the schedule and say, hey, look, if you can be here at this time, let me know when you're going to be here, and if you're going to be gone to the other side of the family, that's totally fine. But usually on Christmas Eve, we most of the time we try to all make it there so they can do that sibling time. So at least we're all together at that one time, and so that's fun. Now that we have 10 grandchildren now, and one on the way in February, so we'll have 11. So they're going to have fun now, beginning to have those cousins and getting older. And somebody posted the other day, one of my friends, she posted about she said, I'm going to be 40, I think she said, I'm going to be 41 and I'm going to have a this-year-old and a this-year-old and a this-year-old and a this-year-old and this-year-old. She had, I don't know, she has several children, and she was like, oh, well, man, what am I going to do, or something like that, like pray for me or whatever. And she said, post yours. And I thought, oh, man. So I thought, you know what, I don't usually post, but I did. I said, well, I'm 52, and I have 29, 28, 26, 24, 22, 20, 18, 16, 14, 13, 10, and 9-year-old, and I have grandbabies that are 7, 5, 4, 2 3s, 3 2s, maybe. I don't know. I got so confused. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, now those ages are approximate because, you know.
Yeah, I noticed the only child age you got wrong was mine because I'm 23 now.
Oh, you know. She's turned 23
like,
and I didn't
got
know.
all the ages. I was like, oh wait.
See, it messes me up when somebody has a birthday and goes into that odd number. See, I was a lot of evens there, but then she got turned into an odd number. But anyway, yeah, I did. But we'll post these recipes again. They're really easy. Oh, you want to tell about one of your favorite hors d'oeuvres? We didn't.
Yeah, we do something called sausage pinwheels, which are another hit. We love those in the DeVries household. And so it's like I don't know how to make them.
Obviously,
my
she
mom
didn't bring
makes.
them. No. Well, they're crescent rolls as well, and they are easy to do ahead of time. So you just roll the crescent rolls out flat and make sure that the creases, the seams are all together, and then you actually take sausage that's uncooked. You don't have to cook it, pre-cook it, and you press it out onto the crescent rolls, and then I like to add a little bit of shredded cheddar. You don't have to, but then you roll it up long way, so it ends up being a long roll, and at the end you can see it's sausage, and you know, at the end, and so you roll it up into like parchment paper or wax paper and put it in the refrigerator and let it kind of get firm. And then when you're ready to cut it, I don't know if you've ever cut cinnamon rolls. I learned this in home ec. Now I'm going way back there. All right. 33 years, I think. And we used a string or like a piece of thread, and literally you lay it out, and when you go over and cross it, and when you pull it like that, it cuts an even cut, because when you try to cut things like that with a knife, it is a nightmare. I mean, they mash and they get all gross. But if you cut it with a string, it literally makes that cut really easy. So you cut them out, and so you lay them flat. And then you bake them, and again you serve them with mustard, and they're just good. It's like eating a sausage and biscuit. I mean, I think they're delicious, and I think everybody in our family likes them. So those are always fun little appetizers to make on
I was just
on
glad
Christmas
that
Eve.
you did not ask me to bring the fish.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
That was the least favorite job.
Yeah, so that's another one of one of Greg's traditions growing up. His family is from the Midwest, from Iowa and Minnesota. And so one of the things they put out on Christmas Eve is, well, we say all the fish, but it's smoked oysters, and they have kippered snacks and sardines and all different types of fish and stuff like that. And so there are some of the other guys in the family. Cody Spencer, I think, loves the smoked oysters. So I don't know that everybody eats them, but anyway. So yeah, she's like, as long as I didn't have to bring the fish. So some of the girls were like, we're getting out things really fast. It's like, okay, open up the cans of fish, and you know when you open them, they're gonna splash on you, right? And everybody's like, oh, I don't want to do that. But anyway, so all those fun things. But girls, thank you so much for being on today, and I appreciate you. Just like I told Abby and Salome, I appreciate who you are and the godly lives you live, and the examples that you're setting for your daughters, and I know you will as well. Your husbands are amazing. They do amazing things, and I'm proud of you and your marriages and just the way you run your homes. And it's a blessing to watch and see. So thank you for being on here today and just having a fun time talking about our Christmas Eve together. So we love you guys. Thanks again for tuning in. Next time we'll go with 2 more daughters, and you'll get to meet them. So have a great afternoon.